Hello, this is Rode's new NT-USB microphone, and the point of the USB description is that whereas a normal microphone would have typically an XLR plug at the bottom of it, which you would feed into a sound mixer or a sound card or something like this one has built into the microphone the electronics needed to turn the analog waveform into the digital signal. So what you get out the bottom is a USB signal, and it comes with a 6-meter USB lead, so you can plug it straight into your laptop or PC, which then just sees the microphone as a sound device, and you can record straight away. So there's no need for a mixer, no need for a sound card, and the idea is that the whole thing is very portable. You just take the microphone and a laptop, for example, plug the two in, and you're ready to record. Now, Rode say about this that the capsule inside it, the bit that actually picks up the sound waves and turns them into electrical signals, is the same capsule, the same grade as their studio microphones. In other words, it should be really good quality. But the puzzling thing is this whole box retails at around £130 here in the UK. Now that is not a lot of money for quite a lot of kit, because you get the microphone, you get the stand, you get the pop shield, and you get that 6-meter USB cable as well. A lot of kit for not a lot of money. So the question has to be, firstly, does it work? Can you indeed just plug it into a computer and it sees it and all is well? And secondly, what does it sound like? So let's plug it in and find out. This is what you get in the box. There's the microphone itself, a pop filter, a little tripod desk stand, there's a pouch to store the mic in, a USB cable, adjustable clamp, some instructions, and a sticker. So here is the Rode microphone all assembled, pop filter in front of it on its little stand, and the USB cable here, which I haven't yet plugged in to this Mac, but will do in a second. Just before I do that though, let me point out a couple of things. Firstly, there's a 3.5mm jack socket here into which you can plug headphones, so you can hear what you're doing as you record. This knob here is the headphone volume, and then above it there's a mix control, so you can control how much of the sound you're currently recording you want to hear versus how much you want to hear coming back from the computer. So if you are, for example, recording music, you want to hear the computer playing back the music tracks while you sing or whatever, you would put this somewhere in the middle to give you the mix of what you're singing versus what's coming back from the computer. If you're simply recording speech, you might as well, I guess, have it turned all the way to microphone. But for the purposes of this experiment, I'll just stick it somewhere in the middle. The other thing to mention, by the way, is that this is the front of the mic and that's the back. And they are different, so speak into the front one. Now let's plug it in. You should be able to literally just stick it in the USB, and the computer should recognize it as a sound device, and then you should be able to record into it. So I'll open up Audacity here, and on the screen here, given the choice of input, it sees it Rode NT-USB, no question, no argument, no problems. So I will click record. And although you are currently listening to me on a little shotgun microphone just over here out of shot, I will switch when recording so that you're hearing the sound out of the NT-USB. So let's go. This is a test recording on the Rode NT-USB microphone plugged directly into my Apple Mac Pro. And I'm going to count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll also pause for a moment so we can hear what the sort of level of background sound is like. And that's the test of the Rode NT-USB. Now what I'm also going to do is I have here, by way of comparison, an XLR to USB adapter from Shure. This is called the Shure X2U, and as you can see, it's got an XLR socket on the top, which you plug a microphone into, and out the bottom comes a USB connection. So it's a bit like the Rode device, but it's designed to be general purpose and plugged into any microphone. But it will give us a comparison for what other mic to USB devices can sound like. So I'm just going to disconnect the little shotgun I'm currently recording on from the camcorder. I'll plug it into this, and then we'll do a test on that and compare how the two sound. What you're now listening to is a Sennheiser ME66 microphone plugged into the Shure X2U XLR to USB adapter, and just for comparison really with how that setup sounds compared to the Rode NT USB 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and a couple of seconds of silence. This is a test recording on the Rode NT USB microphone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What you're now listening to is a Sennheiser ME66 microphone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and a couple of seconds of silence. So, conclusions then on the Rode NT USB. Well, I was pleasantly surprised. Why surprised? Because this isn't really all that expensive. Yes, it's £130, including all the accessories, and that's not pocket change. But in professional broadcast gear terms, that's not a lot of money. The Sennheiser ME66 mic that I was doing that comparison test with, along with the Shure X2U adapter, those two combined, about £450. This £130. Suddenly it's looking like very good value indeed. And the quality really was better than I thought. Now, yes, if during those bits where I was just very quiet to hear the background level of sound, if you turn up your headphone or amplifier volume very, very loud indeed, you will hear this one was very, very slightly hissier and noisier than the Sennheiser. But I say again, £130, Sennheiser and the Shure £450. And also, the difference was so slight, it really was negligible and nothing worth worrying about. So it was a surprise because it sounded so good for what is relatively a low price. I was also quite surprised about the construction of this thing. When I received it, I thought it was going to be plastic, but this is solid metal. It feels well constructed and durable. Now, I'm not going to go chucking it around, but it does feel better constructed than I imagined when I first got it. So it is a very good mic, I think. It sounds pleasant. When I did the recording and the voiceovers, it's got that nice sort of slightly bassy sound to it that comes from speaking just a few inches away. And it is a good voiceover mic, and Rode say it's suitable for music recording as well, and I can well believe them. One of the other advantages of this thing, apart from not needing a sound card and a mixer, is that, let me give you an example. My main editing PC is a PC, proper tower thing, with a very noisy fan in it. And on top of that, I've got a couple of external drives that whine and make all the humming noise that drives do. And if I try and record a voiceover in the same room as that PC, you can really hear it. Well, Rode supplied this thing with a 6-meter USB cable, which meant I could go all the way out the room, record the voiceover, none of the pickup of noise, and it sounded good. Now, you might be thinking that I'm in the pay of Rode microphones. I assure you I'm not. They did send me the product for review, but they haven't paid me to say it's good. If I thought it was rubbish, I would say it was rubbish, or I didn't like this aspect or that aspect. But having played with it, I am genuinely pleased with this. One thing I would say is make sure you get it the right way round. This may sound silly, but this is the back. This is the front, the bit saying Rode and with the gold dot. You need to speak into this side, not as I first did when I first assembled it, this side. And I first listened back to the recording and thought, ooh, that's not good. But I was speaking into the wrong end of the mic. I know, duh, speaking to the right side of the mic, and it does actually sound quite good. So, all in all, for £130, I do think Rode have another winner on their hands. So thank you for watching. If you liked this video, if it was useful to you, please do click that like button. And if you're not already a subscriber to the channel, why not click on the subscribe button as well. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.